Hey there everyone, Sobik here. Welcome to the channel and welcome to a brand new course, the JSON Crash Course, and hope you all are doing well. Now here we will learn about the basics of JSON and some way of converting JSONs to other objects in other languages and vice versa. So let's get started. Now what is JSON? The full form of JSON is JavaScript object notation, and this is based on the JavaScript objects, and we will see in details about them in later on videos. Now JSON is a lightweight data interchange format. Data interchange format means whenever we are passing any data through the forms to the server or from links to links, then this JSON type of objects are used. This JSON is based on a subset of JavaScript objects, and it is easy to read, write, and recently along with Ajax it is being used very hugely, except the XML. The Ajax stands for asynchronous JavaScript and XML. This is quite an irony because the Ajax was built to work for the XML files or work with the XML files, but that place have been replaced by JSON, and now everywhere almost 95 to 98% JSON is used everywhere wherever there is a data interchange through internet or through any server to client, etc. And this JSON is capable to work with almost all the modern languages like Python, like Java, like JavaScript, etc, etc. Now let's move on. Now JSON supports this type of data types. Okay, the number, which is and JSON doesn't differ between the integers and the floats. It also stores strings in double quotes, and it also can store booleans, arrays. Arrays are similar to the arrays we learn in almost all the programming languages. It can also store objects. We will see all of these things in the later on videos using examples, don't worry. And it can also contain null or empty values. Now the syntax of JSON, this is a bit different from the JavaScript objects. Okay, in the JavaScript objects, the key value pair, the key need not be in double quotes. Okay, basically the key shouldn't be in double quotes. That throws a error. But in the JSON format, we have to wrap key as well as the value in the double quotes. Okay, now the data types also should match with the JSON specified syntax in the previous slide we just saw. And if we are trying to use any external JSON files, okay, then we must use the extension of .json. We will see also in using examples in the later on videos. And whenever we are testing this out, whenever we are testing the server using any Postman or any such kind of things, then whenever we try to pass that data from front end to back end, we have to use the MIME type as application or JSON, so that the server understands that a JSON type of objects or JSON type of data is coming through. Now this is a classic example of JSON. Here you can see that all the key value pairs are wrapped in double quotes, and also in the JSON object the keys should be unique. No two keys should match. That will throw an error. Okay, now here you can see that the name tag is my name, my first name, the age tag, and as the age is a number, we are just declaring is at 24, not in strings. We can provide in strings, but that will be considered as a string, not a number. And we also saw that JSON can also contain objects, and this is the classic example. The address itself is an object inside which there are key value pairs as city as Panchkula and state as West Bengal. And in the languages you can see there is an array of strings, and this is also supported as we saw in the data types. And we will see all of these things in practical hands-on examples. And let's move on. Now, as I have decided to craft the course in such a way that we will first go into the JavaScript and try to understand the differences between the JavaScript object, the JSON object, and we will try to convert them into one another. We will try to convert the JSON object to JavaScript object as vice versa. And then we will head on to Python and we will understand the differences between Python dictionary and Python JSON and the JSON objects, not Python JSON. And we will also try to convert them and vice versa. So this is going to be an interesting course, and so hang on with me and let's head to the computer in the next video.